Welcome, my dear children. This video is for class 3rd, subject Moral Science, chapter 9, and the topic of the chapter is Tree, a Gift. In this video, we are going to do the revision of our chapter 9. The name of the chapter is Tree, a Gift. Before starting its revision, let us revise the chapter. There was a big mango tree at the far end of the thick forest. Many birds and animals took shelter on that big tree. So students, it is the story about a big mango tree. That mango tree was in the thick forest, and many birds and animals live on that tree. Children of the village played together under its shade. Many children of the village played under the shade of that tree. Anand was the leader of the group. During holidays, there would be a lot of noise of the children. When there were mangoes on the tree, would be more noise. So during holidays, there were children who played under the shade of the tree, and when there were mangoes on the tree, there would be more noise. One day, a woodcutter came there with his sharp axe. He walked around the tree, checked the wood, and sat under the tree. Children, one day what happened? A woodcutter came there with his sharp axe. He checked the wood of the tree because he wanted to cut that tree, and he sat under the shade of the tree. The birds sensed some danger. They got frightened and prayed to God. The birds sensed that there is some danger, so they got very frightened and they prayed to God. At that time, Anand and his friends reached there. They came to play a game. They had seen the woodcutter. At the same time, Anand and his friends also reached under the tree. They had seen the woodcutter. They knew that why the woodcutter was sitting there. But without uttering a word, children silently joined their hands and stood around the tree. Without saying anything, what the children did? They silently joined their hands and stood around the tree and said, "We will not allow you to cut this tree." They said together. And they said together to the woodcutter that they will not allow the woodcutter to cut this tree. The woodcutter got angry. He said, "Go away, children. I want to cut this tree. After selling its wood, I will earn a lot of money to live a happy life. These trees are made for us to use as we require." When the woodcutter saw that all the children were stopping him for cutting the tree, he got angry and he shouted on the children and told them to go away from there because he wanted to cut that tree. And he said that after selling the wood of that tree, he will earn a lot of money. And he also said that trees are only made for us to use as we require. But the children were not afraid of the woodcutter. They said, "That is not possible. This tree is the only shelter for these birds and animals. They live here with their young ones and eggs. We have informed the forest authorities about the illegal cutting of trees. It is advisable that you leave before they reach here." And the children said to the woodcutter that it is not possible. You are not allowed to cut this tree because this tree is the only shelter for many birds and animals and also their young ones and eggs. And the children also informed the forest authorities about the illegal cutting of trees. So they advised the woodcutter to run from there before the forest authorities reach. Without giving any reply, the woodcutter went back with his axe. Now the woodcutter was afraid. So, without giving any reply, he went back. The mango tree and the birds thanked Anand and his friends for saving them from a great danger. So now the tree and the birds all thanked Anand and his friends for saving them. So children, from this story what we have learned? Trees are the gift of God to us. It is pleasant to see a place with so many trees. They give us shade, shelter, and pure air. And they also give us fruits, wood, and good climate. They prevent soil erosion. Cutting of trees causes global warming and reduces rain. So, we should not cut the trees. We should plant more and more trees. And dear children, do you know that there was a great man called Saint Francis who loved trees and animals like his brothers and sisters. So, let us love plants and animals to make our earth more beautiful. So, children, always remember, never cut the trees. Plant more and more trees because man is the keeper of the nature. After reading the story of the chapter, now we will do the exercise of the chapter. The exercise is answer the following. And the first question is, what are the dangers we bring by cutting trees? And the answer is, cutting of trees causes global warming and reduces rain. So children, there are many dangers if we will cut the trees. So we should stop cutting the trees. Our second question is, name the saint who loved trees and animals like his brothers and sisters. Children, we have learned this in our chapter that Saint Francis loved trees and animals like his brothers and sisters. So, we should also be like the Saint Francis, and we should also love trees and animals. Now we are giving you some revision work. Please read the chapter properly and watch the video and do these revision work in your moral science copy. Answer the following. Why do we consider trees as a gift of God? Give 2 reasons. So according to the chapter, you have to write 2 reasons. Why do we consider trees as a gift of God? The second question is, write the names of 5 plants you would like to grow in your garden. Students, remember, you have to write the names of any 5 plants that you would like to grow in your garden. So students, your home assignment is, students will write the revision work into their copies. Students will also learn and read the chapter again. My dear students, I hope that you have learned the story and you also like it. Please watch the video again and do the revision work in your moral science copies. Thank you.